Hey there, just jumping on here. Been doing some more drawing, more coloring today. I had to do some fixes on some of my drawings. Okay, not ready. I'm not ready. I am not ready. Okay, so I found a couple items here earlier today, and I'm feeling kind of in touch with some ancestors, and I had some trinkets that I found. I had one of my grandmother's earrings. So things that remind me of some of my ancestors. So I'm asking for our ancestors to come through. I've got incense burning. I do prayers of protection, and ask God and all the angels and our ascended masters to watch over us during this reading, and that only those of the highest and purest intention can bring messages through. So you see smoke rolling. I've got an incense going. Just part of my own little spiritual ritual. Usually it's burned out right before I start, but that one's still rolling. So I am asking, what do our ancestors want to tell us today? What needs to be said? What does the collective need to know from our ancestors? What do we need to learn from our past? I'm asking too many questions. Waiting for cards to flip. So yeah, I'm feeling like there's something that definitely wants to come through today. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. What do our ancestors want to tell us? I'm doing something. This is not working. Okay, that's just clearing the deck because I feel like it's just not. Queen of Hearts. All right, Queen of Cups. So let's do this again. Well, that worked. We'll start with those. Try to get two more. What? There's one. And one more. Now I'm doing something a little different. I'm just kind of playing with these, I feel like I kept trying to limit it to, I'm going to pull one card and then 5 would jump out. Okay, so we're going to stop at 4 though. So I'm just kind of letting it be. I know I can come in with intention. I had said in an earlier video, I had intention, and I think that's what I was overthinking a lot of stuff. I'm still in the learning curve here for a lot of this. Still reading off my cheat sheets and learning the cards. So, first one, let's see, we got the 7 of Clubs or the 7 of Pentacles, the 9 of Hearts or the 9 of Cups. In the traditional tarot, we have the 4 of Clubs or the 4 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Diamonds or the 4 of Wands. Okay, so generally I lay these a little differently when I have 4. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. Patience, growth, long-term view, seeds well planted, harvest time. Okay, now remember, these are messages from our ancestors. If you're getting ready for spring, I know I am, because the message that's coming through for me is that, I had a lot of ancestors that were wonderful gardeners, and getting my seeds going. So this is kind of, I'm just going to read. I'm just going to read the cards as they play. Okay, 9 of Cups, contentment, satisfaction, and wishes fulfilled. All right. 4 of Pentacles, back to that page. Huh. Okay, so generally, when I do a card spread like this, it's kind of like what we've gone through to get to here. This is where we are now. This is like possible blocks or things that are coming in order to get to our ultimate achievement here. So, the 4 of Pentacles. Control, security, holding on, hoarding, unhealthy boundaries. Okay, so these are, I would say that you need to keep your boundaries, unhealthy boundaries. If you've got, you need to reset your boundaries. You need to look at things, control, security, holding on, hoarding. All of that is fear, and you know, the only thing you have control over is your own life. And anybody that tries to take control or wants to tell you what to do, again, work within the moral realms, people. You know, just be a decent human being. Okay, but I think this is just kind of like things to watch out for. Don't be too, you're holding on, maybe holding on to something in the past, you're afraid to let go, you don't want to let go of control. Hoarding unhealthy boundaries. Okay, so those are definitely blocks, possible blocks that you have, and you need to kind of figure out what you need to do to kind of clear that so that we can get to here. The Four of Wands. Celebration, harmony, community, wedding, baby shower, prosperity. So there's good things. You got to get through some of your blockages. You got to get through. Oh goodness, I put that away too soon. Just want to go back over that. Because 9 of Cups has been coming up a lot lately. Contentment, satisfaction, and wishes fulfilled. That is awesome. So keep dreaming, man. Keep thinking about what you want. And then the Seven of Pentacles. Have the patience. This is a growing period. So, you know, that's long-term view. You're looking for things. You're looking for future. You're wanting to, you know, yeah, seeds well planted and harvest time. So for the stuff that you've been doing and planting those seeds and trying to get in the direction and reach for your goals, and you're starting to see the success of this and the patience and the persistence and planting those seeds and watching them grow and watching them sprout. And then you just got to be clear about, you know, these blocks and any conflicts that may come up. Be prepared to kind of give up the control, let go of some of the stuff in the past, and in order to move forward, we've got to do that. So, and I mean, there's good times coming, man. Celebration is coming. Now, there's 2 4s that came up. So the number 4 I want to look at specifically just to see. The number 4 is a time for reflection, going inward, what is needed to move forward. I also want to take a look at is whether those are internal and what chakras. I want to see what chakras are associated here. Because maybe that's something that you can work on those 2 chakras and focus on healing those to clear those blocks, whatever blocks they may be for you. God, I'm thumbing through. Where? Okay. No, the number 4. Where was I? Okay, 4. Time for reflection, going inward, what is needed to move forward. Yeah, so what is needed to move forward? Forward progress, moving forward. All right, so messages from our ancestors. I'm thinking that they're pretty happy with what you've chose to do and what direction you're going. So keep going, keep going that direction. Okay. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? How do we get there? What's the next step? Tell us more. Tell us more. Okay. I'll drop those as there. First one we got. Learning experience. Beautiful card. Guardian angel. Oh, it looks like my aunt. Looks like my cousin. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, so learning experience. It's going to be a learning experience. You're going to learn a lot of new things. There's going to be trials and errors. It's experimentation. Every garden is an experimentation. You are your own garden, so experiment, play with things. Speak your truth. This has been coming up so much lately, and it's working on your throat chakra. That's what I was going to look at, was the chakras here, associated with pentacles. that is an external energy. So some of your blocks may be caused by outside influences. It's associated to Taurus, Libra, or Capricorn, so possibly somebody in those signs. It is associated to the root chakra. So focus on the color red and send some healing energy to your root chakra to kind of get through these blocks so that we can then have celebration and good times. And keep... Oh, I love this. Child. Another guardian angel. I feel like, I have my adulting t-shirt on today. I've been tapping into the inner child, and I think it's just so rewarding. And, I highly suggest it, man. Go get a meditation coloring book if you don't feel like you're really artistic. Otherwise, check out some different tutorials on here. There is, it's art for kids, art hub for kids. But I actually learned some really cool stuff, and I think I'm kind of taking it and applying it to my drawings that I'm working on now, and it's kind of completely changed my style. So, let me go through and read these off. What our ancestors... Okay, so learning experience. Okay, this situation is an opportunity for you to learn some important life lessons. Instead of looking at this experience as a problem, see it as something that will help you learn and grow. Some of the valuable qualities that you're acquiring include strength, patience, forgiveness, and perseverance. Similar to the angel in the painting, who's holding a glowing white dove, this is an opportunity to shine even more brightly. Notice any familiar aspects of the situation. Are there things that you're tired of and are ready to let go of? Once you extract the blessing within the pattern, it won't need to repeat itself anymore. You have learned the necessary lesson, and you can be free from it for good. Your guardian angel will help you see the current situation is in a more positive light, as well as identify the lessons involved and heal away unwanted patterns. Simply ask your angel for help with these issues, and then pay attention to any loving thoughts or feelings that guide you to take action. Speak your truth. Ooh, went right to it. Good deal. And this has the guardian angel, so we've got two guardian angels here that are... And then this is Saint Bernadette. Speak your truth. I love it. I love lavender. I love lavender and all the lavender color in there. It's just beautiful. This is a strong message for you to speak up and tell the truth. Give any fears or worries about others' possible reactions to God, Saint Bernadette, and your angels. You can speak honestly in a loving way and still stay in integrity. No matter how others react, you must give voice to the truth as you see it. Heaven will protect you and will guide your words as you say them. I have a prayer that I have said my entire life. Honestly, anytime that there's been a difficult situation or a hard conversation that had to be spoke, I would say this 3 times. It was just a little mantra: let them be your words, not mine. Now, speaking my truth, yes, but when you need to speak nice, and sometimes it's hard, if you think that you might lose it, and you're in that situation, you don't want to lose it, let them be your words, not mine. That way, the truth is still going to come through. If you ask your higher self or your God or your higher power to, speak through you and be a conduit for that moment and let those words come out that need to be said, and let the truth be told. So, just wanted to add that too. As you do so, some people will agree with you wholeheartedly. They've been waiting for someone to voice this information. Yet others may disagree with you. Stick to what you believe, regardless of how people react. You're a truth teller. And as long as you speak with love and conviction, you've got nothing to fear. Saint Bernadette is a wonderful example of someone who followed this guidance even when she was threatened with imprisonment for doing so. At the age of 14, she had her first of 18 visions of Blessed Mother Mary near the home in Lourdes, France. Mother Mary instructed Bernadette to dig in the dirt and the whole eventually became the healing springs of Lourdes. Lourdes or Lourdes? I'm going to have to double check that. While receiving these visions, the saint and her family were threatened and harassed by government officials who accused her of lying and insanity. Yet Bernadette consistently and politely spoke her truth. Today, more than 5 million people annually visit the healing waters of Lourdes and benefit from Bernadette's courage. God bless the strong women in the past. I said this in another reading. Like these women did not go through what they went through. Our ancestors did not go through what they went through in the persecutions, and to have us just sit back, and they. I did a reading on grief, and our ancestors want us to live and enjoy life, grow, learn, plant seeds. Okay. Child. This is a multifaceted answer that depends upon your particular situation. Here are the possible meanings behind your selection of this card. Your intuition will tell you which answer applies to you. Well, that's kind of cool. Gives us some options. Number 1, be as a child. Have childlike faith that everything will work out for the best, and it will. Number 2, a child will soon be coming into your life. Number 3, pay attention to your child or to a particular child in your care. I'm going to go with number 1 for me. Okay. All right. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? So our ancestors are saying, get through, plant the seeds, learn, grow, speak your truth, and whatever meaning it is for a child for you. Okay. What else can you tell us? What else do we need to know? Need to know. We all want to know so much. When am I going to win the lottery? When am I going to... Okay. Well, that's funny. Okay. One more. Tell us one more thing. One more. Please. And thank you. Manners. Okay, we're getting 2 more. I'm just taking it. Again, I'm letting the universe make the call here. So, okay. Interesting. Words of abundance. It's amazing how, I can shuffle these cards, and to have the same cards pop up over and over, I think definitely there's a message that needs to get through. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in a loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you attract for yourself and others. I got this on a reading with, I got my pets to come through and getting messages from some of our fur babies. And I said, talk to money like we talk to our pets. Hi, baby. I love you. Can I have... Oh, yes. See if that works, man. Let me know if it does. Okay. It is safe for you to receive. You may have been in a place where, somebody had been, maybe more than just one. You may have been feeling like people only came and they only came to you when they needed something or they wanted something that, so it's hard to receive any kind of gifts when you know that there's strings attached. And if you're somebody that grew up with strings attached to every gift, birthday presents, Christmas presents, whatever presents, they tend to become a little less, like, you don't even want them, so it becomes hard to receive them. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. And I've always had the motto, give to give or don't bother giving. You've got to, do with no expectation. I like stealth bomb good deeds. That's my MO. Do it when nobody knows you're doing it. Okay. Partnership. So our ancestors are saying maybe we need to look at partnering. This could be in business. This could be in romance. Allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career. Well, see both. And both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Fantastic. Okay. And savings. So, not surprising that, at least I know with my ancestors, but a lot of our ancestors, they knew the value of things. They worked hard for every penny they made to support their family and have a savings. As you consistently save for your future, and I can tell you firsthand, save for your future. Don't save for your future. If you can, put some away. Save for your future. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life's purpose. So I think there's some good things coming in here, and these are all just great messages, and they're definitely messages that I feel like that came from our ancestors as a collective. These are, planting seeds, learning experience. These are words of wisdom. These are things that, that lessons in life and growth experiences in life that we all need to kind of maybe experience. So I hope that you all got something from this. I know I got a few little messages myself. And until the next one, have a blessed night.